So it's time to crack some secrets of Strixhaven booster pack or play boosters. And these come in the cardboard. At least the ones I got came in cardboard protected sleeves, which I'm guessing is to discourage people uh, ripping the packs in stores. So in the first pack we have Glorious Decay. It's an instant for 1 in a forest. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact. Glorious Decay deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. Or you could have it exile target card from a graveyard, draw a card. Sneering Shadow Rider. It's a 3/3 creature, a vampire warlock for 4 in a swamp. It has flying. When this creature enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So kind of goes with some of the, black or black-white pain, like drain gain type decks that are sometimes geared around vampires. Eager Glyph Mage. It's a 3/3 creature, a cat cleric for 3 in plains. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Next we have Run Behind. It's an instant for 3 in an island. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. That creature's owner puts it on their choice of top or bottom of their library. So, an interesting way of, dealing with a creature you don't want to of your opponents. Just here, it's going to the top or bottom of your library. Tomb Blast. It's a sorcery for 1 in a mountain. Tomb Blast deals 2 damage to any target. Flashback is 4 in a mountain. The reminder text it says you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Ranker's Archaic. It's a 2/2 creature, an avatar for 5. Has trample and reach. Coverage. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. So, the base 2/2 doesn't sound too exciting, for, having trample and reach. But it enters with a 1/1 counter for each mana spent. So if you are running a W-Berg, deck and happen to pay 1 of each color where the converted mana cost is 5, it would enter with 5 1/1 counters on it. So that 2/2 with trample reach has the potential to be a 7/7 trample with reach. And if you run any kind of thing to add more 1/1 counters or proliferate, this guy's just gonna blow up real quick. So it almost seems like something some people might sleep on until they realize like the potential for it entering with 1/1 counters and then adding more and or proliferating. Then we have one of the creature sorcery type things. The creature is Pigment Wrangler, which is a 4/4 creature, an orc sorcerer for 4. And a mountain, it has flying. This creature enters prepared. The reminder text says, while it's prepared, you may cast a copy of its spell. Doing so unprepares it. So the creature enters to then be able to use the sorcery, which is striking Pelati, which is a sorcery for a mound. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell that turn, copy that spell. You may choose new copies or choose new targets for the copy. So basically, it lets you storm the next spell you play, which is kind of cool. I mean, yes, you use it and then it becomes unprepared, so you have to find a way to prepare it again to, abuse it, if you will. But you still at that point have 4/4 was flying on the battlefield. Summoned Droomdary. It's a 4/3 creature, spirit camel for 3 in a plains. It has vigilance. You can pay 1 in a plains, return this card from your graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery. Social Snub. It's a sorcery for 1, plains in a swamp. When you cast a spell while you control a creature, you may copy this spell. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. So, I mean, I might not be big on sacrificing a creature. It's basically, each player doing it, so, it's a small price to pay to have your opponents sacrificing stuff and your opponents are losing a life for you to gain a life. So kind of nice and interesting how it's if you have a creature, you basically are getting it cast twice for the price of just paying the mana once. Quandrix Charm. It's a instant for a forest and an island. Choose one. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, or destroy target enchantment, or target creature has base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. Flashback. It's a instant for a mountain. Target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. The reminder text says you may cast that card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. And then we have a full art Burst Lightning. It's an instant for a mound, and then the kicker cost is 4. The reminder text says you may pay an additional 4 as you cast a spell. Burst Lightning deals 2 damage to any target. If this spell was kicked, it deals 4 damage instead. And then we have a foil full art Bleach Loving Pest. It's a legendary creature, a pest that's a 3/4. Cost 1, a swamp and a forest. When you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each pest, bat, insect, snake, and spider you control. So that guy's pretty cool, and he could potentially be a commander, a black-green one. Although I'm not sure if you'd specifically want him as your commander or if you'd want another one and have him in the 99, but still kind of cool. You have a island for the basic land, kind of cool art, and instead of like a creature token, you have something for like if something's prepared, you have a stun counter, a 1/1 counter, and or actually on the front it's different than on the back. So on the front of this one it says 1/1 counter, but on the back it's a stun counter. So this one front was stun, back was 1/1 counter. And then this one was a 1/1 counter with a stun counter on the back. So kind of interesting how they did that to replace the token. I will be doing the second pack later tonight, so hopefully you found some value in the first pack and check out my channel later tonight for the next pack. Thanks and have a good night.